debate. I've been having a smoothie debate. That's such a good thing. But I was just debating with myself. There is this mango, okay? It's a fresh mango, as opposed to. Do I have? So, like, sometimes I get funny ideas. I'm like, you can buy a thing of frozen mango, but at Stater Brothers, the frozen mango is like $4.99. Womp womp womp. It's ridiculous. At Walmart, it was $2.99. But this yesterday, my friends, was 99 cents. I'm gonna weigh it. Let's weigh it. Because I think even though there's a pin in it, is it working? This food scale? Food scale with capoodle. Why is the food scale not working? I don't know. I didn't weigh it at the store and the food scale went capoodle. So I'm just gonna make, like, today I'm trying once again, like I always used to do, making smoothie with the fresh mango as opposed to the frozen one. And the frozen one can go back into the freezer with all the other things that are frozen. And anyway, so I'm gonna take out my favorite thing in the whole wide world, a chopping board. I love to chop food. We're gonna make lentils later too. Well, I'm gonna make lentils. You're not gonna make them. I have a knife. I want to buy a nice knife set. I don't like this. Those other ones went capoodle. So anyway, here's my mango. I'm gonna just rinse them off. And this one should be good because I feel like the ones that are more red and orange taste better. Usually, that's what I think. They do, right? Because that other kind. What kind of mango is this one? This is a. Ooh, it's from Brazil. Okay. Well, if I was live streaming on the other channel, put it on the other channel. I'm sure all the Brazilians would love. Brazil represents in the mango world. I'm wearing my Cat at Joshua Tree shirt. Anyway. There's different ways you can do mango. I just like to get as much of the fruit off as possible because I don't want to taste it. But I'm doing this. You like coconut milk with the almond? Almond coconut. This one's the almond. Is that coconut? No, it's just. Oh yeah, it's the coconut almond one. This one's really good. I like that one. And you know where it's so much cheaper? $2.89 at Walmart. You go to Sprouts, and they charge like $4 for this. I'm not $4 for almond milk. So if you're gonna be all like, "Oh my god, I can't shop there," well, I shop there, and if you're vegan, you say like because they have stuff like okay, both Target. Like people don't think of Target and like Walmart as places where you can get vegan food, but if you do like any of the vegan stuff like Beyond Burger or any of that, Gardein, even Walmart and Target will have you covered because even Stater Brothers, in my opinion, like occasionally they might have something. I'm talking to like Southern California people. I don't know about your state, but in other states it could be different. But I just know in California that certain markets charge like 3 times as much. And that's fine, you know, if you want to shop there. I like certain things at Sprouts. I love their henna. Like if I don't want to go to Amazon and order henna, that's the perfect place to get it. Yipes. What's that? Okay. So I like a smooth base before I start doing smoothie. That much. Make it really smooth. This is a live stream on making a smoothie, so it's not gonna. You know what? I don't even want to take all the skin off the mango because other people are like, "Ooh, all the skin has off." I don't know. It's my smoothie. I'll take a little bit off, but I'm not gonna be like all taking it off. And then that pit thing, I can just cut around it until I get as much of the fruit off as possible. Start recording. If you get some of the skin on, I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, really. People are like, oh my god. I mean, there is like this one method where you can score the mango. Like where you score it like this. And you know what I'm talking about? Like that little, where you make like the mango flour thing. Oh, look, I have a mango flour. And then it's supposed to make it easier to like cut it. Supposedly, like you can cut it off. Like you can do that. But if I'm just cutting it for myself and I'm not cutting it like to present it, I'm not gonna bother like do that. And even then, like I don't like I'm not gonna panic if I get some mango skin in my mango smoothie. I'm gonna add the blackberries to it too though, don't worry. Because okay, I think I found like a trifecta of smoothie that I really like. It's more mango. We thought the other day that it was more blackberry. But we have been refining this. And I think, like, I don't know, I just came up with a smoothie because I wanted to do mango and smoothie, but I don't know. I just always thought, well, mango is really, really good in smoothie. Like, something about mango, like, a lot of people, they don't like mango in smoothie, but I think more mango with, like, a little bit of banana, 4 bananas, but 2 bananas. And this is a big smoothie. This goes up to, like, 8 cups, okay? So we make a lot and it lasts. And I kind of like that because then you don't have to drag out the blender. I mean, if you want to do like a little smoothie every time, but I get kind of obsessive when I'm cutting it. I'm like, I don't want to waste it. So like, I cut everything off. Like even this, like, well, I could eat the skin part. Some people would think that's gross, but I like the skin on the mango. That's good. I don't know. See some. It's very ASMR-y. Did I just get mayo on my shirt? Shoot. That was about me. It's weird for the camera. I was about to say something else. But I don't know. Ding if we do that. I was about to say a swear word. I don't care. Sometimes I swear in my videos, but I think we get dinged. Like, monetization wise, if you say a swear word, I think yeah, it's detecting it these days. I think that's where the ding comes from. Not that this channel is monetized. Still hasn't achieved 4,000 hours of watch time. The other one's monetized, but I sell like I do end up selling things, which gosh. Okay. Take the skin off this juice. And I kind of sometimes just like slicing really thin and getting the mango skin off this way, like this. I just kind of do a thin slicing, like filleting a mango. I don't know. I don't do it with fish, but you can do it with. You can do it with. You can do all those cutting techniques with a mango. Why not? I actually think, and if you want to chop it up, you can still chop it up in cubes. I end up eating a lot of it when I'm chopping it. This mango was 99 cents. I swear. I know. I thought that the frozen mango was so convenient. You got more, but it's kind of a rip off when you think about it. But is mango always 99 cents? I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of, yeah, now I'm doing this one that's scoring where I just decided, let's go the other way and see. I guess some people feel like with this method, you can just, some things too, I think another way you can do it is you can just, when you make that thing, you can pull it off like that. That's another way you can do it so that you get it off the skin. Like when you do the scoring method. It's like a geometry and artisan all in one. Make a smoothie, learn geometry. But I really like the mango skin. It's so good. Like I don't want to waste it. Being very good today. Lots of liquids. Usually I'm like a camel, but my favorite because I'm not a big water slurper. Okay, and I've talked to other people about this too. But I read this blog a few years ago, and it just made so much sense to me. Somebody said, "Well, did people go through the desert with a sippy cup?" And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of brilliant. Like I think we need to drink water to be hydrated, but this whole obsession with, oh my god, I have to have like a gallon of water that I take with me because people would always tell me, you don't drink enough water. And I'm like, how do you know? Like, if I'm thirsty, I want to drink water. I'm not going to be super dehydrated. But this whole thing, like, where you have to drink 8 glasses of water a day, it's based on some 1923 study where some guy gets something with his urine. And people said a few years ago, there was a scientific article about it saying this might be a little antiquated, but now it's back. And you have people like, look, I'm not trying to diss people. Like, if drinking a gallon of water a day really helps you, that's fine. I drink coffee. I eat fruit. I do drink water. I just don't drink like big gallons of water every day. So I did try that before, where I tried drinking a gallon of water one day, and I was in the bathroom like all the time. So I don't know. I guess if you have the luxury to like be in the bathroom like 24/7, maybe drinking a gallon of water is a great option for you, but it's not even enjoyable at that point. Like, I think you have to be intuitive. Like, they always say be intuitive with your body. And if I drink too much water, sometimes it just feels like too much. Like, I actually, like, look, I'm not telling you don't drink water. I'm just saying for myself, I can't force myself to drink that much water. Like, you don't even need to drink that much. You don't even need to drink a gallon of water every day. It's a little, and I like sparkly water. Like honestly, like to me, like some people are like, "Oh no, you have to drink plain water," and I'm like, "Well, if I'm not saying I never drink plain water, but I'm much more likely to drink the water if it's like sparkly. because it has some carbonation to it. I still need to make my own carbonated water. Weird thing about buying SodaStream, but I just never, like, I looked at it, and I have this reservation about it, is that a lot of people say it's faulty, and I've gotten burned on a couple things I bought from Amazon recently, because, every day is like Christmas with Amazon Prime, so I bought a bed frame, and it didn't work, like, 2 times, like, it folded up onto itself, and then at 3 in the morning, like, it's pinching people, and I had to return that thing, and it was a headache, and the first time, it didn't even come to my door. Like, the whole point of Amazon is they're supposed to deliver it to your door. They delivered it to the post office, and I went to go get it, and she's like, "Oh, I see why they didn't deliver it to your door." And she goes, "Do you need help taking it to your car?" And I said, "Well, there's just one problem. I don't drive. I guess I want to carry, like, a 30-pound mattress frame home. No." So they said, "Okay, we'll deliver it." I had to get a supervisor, and it was just, after all that odyssey to get it the first time, that first one didn't work, and then we ordered it trying to see if the second one would work, and both times it was a disaster. So what did I learn? I'm never going to buy furniture from Amazon again. I will buy an old-fashioned wooden bed frame that I put together myself when we buy more furniture. But I'm not doing that right now. I don't care if a mattress is ugly and on the ground. I'd rather do that than buy, which I don't even think, I don't know, I kind of like the Asian aesthetic of it. I do. Because, I think it looks cool. I'm not going to risk buying more furniture from Amazon. I just have had bad luck. I guess other people, like, you go into the but you should be careful when you buy furniture on Amazon or anything really. Look at the bad reviews first, and you might think sometimes people are complaining, but this time I decided to actually write a review, and I don't usually do that because I think this particular bed frame, I'm glad they refunded it, but I think it could be a human health hazard if it bends up on somebody in the night. Like, that is dangerous, okay? And other people said they got, when they opened the box, like, it cut their thumb or something. I'm just like, so read the bad reviews first. And I just learned my lesson. I'm not going to buy furniture on Amazon. That's just my opinion. I mean, I bought an office chair that I put together. That's another disappointment. I was supposed to get my resin epoxy silicone mold. Plastic. They sent me the wrong thing. I'm gonna make something out of liquid plastic, I don't have my molds yet, but I wanted my mold first. Well, okay, so this is a nice plain. It has a peachy color to it. It's a mango base, like that. So I've decided, like, how is a smoothie best for my. What kind of fruit do we have? Do I have any blackberries? Did I use that? Okay. I'll have to buy you more blackberries. So I thought it was gonna. No, I have a blackberry. I did. Okay. So we have the overpriced Cedar Brothers blackberry. You can get it at Walmart a lot cheaper. Yeah. And I might experiment next time. The only thing I kind of like, which I think you could do differently with the berries, actually, you could buy them in bulk fresh and freeze them. You could do that. So this makes it really pretty, though. And I just decided it just tasted better with my mom's fresh from the garden blackberries. That's why first smoothie was just so legit good, because it had, like, organic fruit in it. And homegrown food just tastes better than the store-bought stuff. Like, I'm never completely happy with any store-bought fruit. First smoothie might be the one that I'll get rid of the remnants. I think. Let's see. We have smoothie cups. No smoothie cups are in the dishwasher. Let's do one here. I hate how it says that. The drippy part. It's drippy. Here's your mayonnaise. Disney Cup one. I like Disney stuff. It's not mine, but everybody loves Disney stuff. So there's a Disney Cup one. There's a Zazzle one that's making Nay art. And then there's just the plain old blue Libby glass. And I'll be your smoothie bag. And I just kind of let it run in the glass part of it in there. So I don't like to waste it. It's landscaping day. It's my favorite day of the week. And you're gonna hear all of the things go by. I'm not a fan of landscaping day. It's just loud. I've tried to acclimate myself to it over the years. I'm like, ugh. But it used to drive me nuts, like just to hear that back and forth. And then like depending on who the management is in a particular year, there's a tree outside, okay? They'd already landscaped that tree into like Kingdom Come, it was cut down like so much, but there'd be these little branches growing out of the tree. And sometimes they'd leave it alone, depending on who the management was. But if it was a new manager, they'd send like 3 guys over to start hacking every little limb. And I'm just like, there is something called over landscaping. I'm just like, landscaping is nice, but sometimes it's overdone in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I just feel like it's too much. Like, do you really need to landscape trees that much? Like, sometimes I think less can be more. I might not be a horticulturist, but I know a little bit about trees. I mean, my parents had trees, and they could landscape them to a point. Like, they don't need to be hack on them that crazy. I don't like it. It makes me sad for the tree. The tree didn't do anything to deserve that. Although I know they think the aesthetic of it. Actually, I feel like the aesthetic of over landscaping is not that great. I have another story about this. Is with the manzanita bush. Like, people just, they don't like it for some reason. Or they think, oh, because it's a fire hazard. But anything could be a fire hazard where people live. I mean, fires are a natural occurrence. And going after one specific bush and saying, oh my gosh, we have to tear it down. Or this is when I began to realize, oh, like, sometimes taxpayer dollars can be wasted. Like, there is, okay, there's Spanish broom and there's Scottish broom. There's a plant that's not indigenous to Southern California. It's called Spanish broom. It looks very similar to Scottish broom. It's just a very beautiful yellow, fragrant. And I used to love it when I was a kid. Like, you would drive up and down the mountain, and it's just so fragrant. It smells really nice. Well, it came with the Spaniards on their ships, okay? When they came to California and they colonized California, that bush came with them. It's not indigenous to California, but it's been here for like over 400 years. And it made its way to various parts of mountains, inland areas. And a few years back, some, I guess, horticultural experts said, well, that bush is not indigenous. We should eradicate it. Let's spend thousands of dollars hiring this pesticide firm herbicide firm to eradicate this bush. And I don't think it's ever grown back on the hillsides going up the mountain to the point it did. But I love, like, Spanish broom. It's wonderful. Like, when I was a kid, it's so fragrant. Like, I was watching Meet Me on the Bounty. I talk about this a lot. And I thought I could make a lei out of the yellow flowers on the Spanish broom. And you shouldn't eat it. It's poisonous, by the way. And we told those kids one time, like, they were running around outside and they ate some of it. And I'm like, don't eat things that you don't know anything about. That's just another random story. And some kid got sick, but he said, yeah, watch me. I'm going to eat pods on this flower. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that at all. Anyway, so, but yeah, they spent thousands of dollars to eradicate a plant that had been here for 400 years. It is a nice little plant, but you can still find it in parts of the mountain. They haven't eradicated it completely. And I wish I had a picture of Spanish broom, because I love Spanish broom and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. It's not indigenous, but there's a lot of other plants that are not indigenous to Southern California, like ornamental palm trees that are mostly from Mexico. None of those are indigenous. Oh, I know what else isn't indigenous. Cars, the road, toilets, modern housing. There's a lot of things that are not indigenous. So that's when I started questioning things more. I'm like, oh, okay, so they come up with a tax, like a plan to use our taxes. And who did that benefit? Oh, you mean like some sort of a landscaping firm benefited from that? And it starts making you think, it doesn't matter really which party, we're like, they're all fighting right now. Like, this party is the best, that party is the best. Which party is in power? I kind of like libertarian ideas more at the end of the day. Like, when people are like, or why don't we just not waste money on these things? Like, Why does that even happen? Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but I'm kind of sick of the politics right now. I love history, but history is not politics, as one very astute friend pointed out. And I mean, I already know that, but look at it from a perspective. Don't get mired in this current, like right now, people are so invested. Like, I don't know. I don't even think Democrats really love Joe Biden. Like, to me, I call him the hamburger VP because I remember I was really excited about Barack Obama and I liked him because he was articulate and I still do respect him, although I don't like agree with him on all his policies nowadays. I mean, he was a very articulate guy and I enjoyed listening to him, but I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of Joe Biden, but hopefully everything goes okay. And I'm kind of like right now just looking at it to see how does this evolve. Like, I'm not gonna get like real invested in it. I think right now, just my take on it is like Donald Trump, you lost the election. You need to just concede, let Biden do his thing. Do I think he's gonna be like this crackerjack president? Probably not. But just let him do his thing. He was elected. Um, Donald Trump should concede. But at the end of the day, I wasn't excited about either of these guys. Like, I love history, but I'm not going to get mired in current shifting, fickle U.S. politics where people are like, oh my gosh, one day I love this person. Oh no, I don't love them the next day, but oh my gosh, they're a great presidential candidate. Oh no, they did something I didn't like. Oh, they didn't support that cause I didn't like. I can't like him anymore. And it's just like, it goes too many places. I'm just like, really? Like, but politics have always been thus, and then you kind of have to ask yourself, what do you enjoy more? Like, do you enjoy like maybe just studying history as like a student and not being too invested in one side? I'm like, yes, become a student in history, not a participant of political debacle. Like, just have the ability to step back and look at things and be like, whichever side it is, like, don't be so invested in it. And yeah, so I need to put my smoothies away. But that's how I made a mango smoothie. And one thing I will say is with the fresh mango, I think it's not quite as powerful, the flavor. There's something about the frozen mango. It has more of a concentrated flavor, I think, just from freezing it. I assume you could freeze the fresh mango and get the same thing, but I don't know. I kind of like that fresh mango, frozen mango. It has a good flavor. It really does. I think this one's a little less potent, perhaps, but it's still a good smoothie. I think the thing that made that first smoothie I made that was really, really, really good was the organic homegrown blackberries. So I think that really elevated that smoothie. So yeah. Man, I'm kind of disappointed about the epoxy thing. I have to reorder it now because they sent me the liquid plastic. So yeah. I wanted the silicone mold, but they sent me the plastic. And I'm like, I don't want the liquid plastic. I wanted the silicone. But I still can make combs out of this. It should be interesting. But now I have to be really careful with it. I'll have to read the directions. And it's an outside activity. And it won't happen on landscaping day for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching.